In this one you'll see a suspect in red sweatsuit, white bald head and cuffs. I bet this will get pushed on the MAGA supporters.
Kansas City Chiefs. We are getting reports that multiple people have been shot. It is still clearly an active situation. There is a large police presence there right now. Let's go right to Jesse Kirsch, who is in Kansas City. Jesse, what have you seen and heard?
Yeah, Lester, so police are telling us that shots have been fired around Union Station, which is behind me here. This is where the celebration was just wrapping up for the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to have our photographer pan over to the side here. You can see there is still an ambulance with the lights flashing. Our team was able to see at least one person on a stretcher from our vantage point, which is quite a ways back. And you can see there's still people milling about out here in red Chiefs gear, even though the crowd has been asked to go home. So just speaks to the fact that the broader public may not be realizing what has unfolded here. And we're going to pan over now to the other side of the train station. This is where we saw simultaneously fans in red gear running away from the train station. And at the same time, what appeared to be a group of police officers rushing into the area, some even jumping over the fencing. Again, all these barricades are up because of this parade. And we've also had out here, because of the size of the crowd, a heightened security presence. There's a team with at least binoculars right up here. And then I'm going to step out of the way, and you can see on top of that hotel over there, there's a team with a long gun on a tripod. And what we noticed is all of that was unfolding on the ground was one of the two people up there ran away from the corner, seemed to be grabbing something and bringing it back to the front. So we noticed this heightened security presence, and you can hear the sirens in the background. That's been going almost continuously throughout the last half hour or so as this has all been unfolding. And again, what you were looking at broadly here is the aftermath of the celebration for the back-to-back Super Bowl champs. And officials had expected, because of the weather, among other factors, that there could be around 1 million people out here in the downtown today along the parade route and around here for the rally. Certainly not all of them over here, but there were easily thousands of people, if not tens of thousands of people, in this immediate vicinity when this incident appears to have unfolded. And again, more broadly in the area, official Lester, potentially around 1 million people. At this point, it is mostly calm out here, but certainly you can see that these teams that have been on the rooftops are keeping a close eye on what is unfolding right around that train station, Lester.
Yeah, and we've seen some of the video that's come into us. We saw a woman a moment ago on a stretcher. We don't know her condition or what she experienced, but being taken obviously to an ambulance. Jesse, we also are hearing reports from police that 2 armed individuals were detained. Do we know anything more about that?
So I can tell you from where we are, we did not see anyone being arrested from all the way back here. And at this point, Lester, it is quite calm. We're not seeing anyone being moved around in handcuffs. We have just been able to see that one person on a stretcher so far from this vantage point. And again, there are just still many people out here who are walking around, and I can see off in the distance people all the way over there, Chris, if you can show it, people on a bridge continuing to stream out of here, as you would see after any major sporting event, let alone a parade of this size. And it just gives you an idea, Lester, of how many people are still in this area. And if they were in a position where they had to be running, it would have been quite difficult for them to make it away from this area in a quick timeline.
And put this in some time perspective for us. Did this occur at the end of the parade, and where was the parade in relation to the shot you were able to show us?
Yeah, so the festivities have been going on for a couple hours. Off in the distance back there, into the skyline, that's where the parade began around 11 a.m. local time, so that's about noon Eastern. It was about a 2-mile route that went down that way and then brought the team over here, and they rallied on the stage for about an hour. I would say about a quarter before 4 Eastern, that's when we saw the rally wrapping up and people started dispersing. And within minutes of the typical breakup of an event like that, we noticed that there were people who weren't walking out, but who were running away from the area off in that corner. Again, that's around that same time, Lester. So it's about 45 minutes or so within the last 40 minutes that we saw people running away, what appeared to be security or police personnel rushing in. And again, those teams on the rooftops suddenly became in a posture that, gave us the sense that something more serious was going on.
Yeah, and this all occurring at a celebration for the Chiefs over their Super Bowl win. Do we know, was their bus anywhere in sight of where the activity was occurring?
Yeah, so there were multiple buses involved with this parade, and what it looked like was going on is they were dropping the team off when they went on stage. We know that Union Station is a massive space. There's certainly plenty of space within there where the team could have been holding, trying to get out in the aftermath of the parade. But it appeared from what we could tell that the team was not on stage at the time that this happened. And again, Lester, it was going on as the rally had wrapped up and people were in larger numbers moving away. So clearly the crowd more broadly felt that the event had wrapped up at that point and were moving away. But the broader trickle out of fans did not change even after we started to see that up close police activity. So it gives us the sense that people on the ground on this field behind us wouldn't have been hearing gunshots ringing out.
All right, Jesse Kershaw, I'm going to ask you to stand by as we continue to watch the activity. Some of the video that's come in, again, we can only tell you that multiple people have been shot. Thanks for watching.